In school, like in front of this school, like I keep getting this one missionary guy. He always comes and he wants me to convert, and we would have like really great conversations. And one day I was like, well, you give me your book and I'll give you my book. How about we read both? And he's like, no, you read my book, but I'm not going to read your book. I was like, that's not fair. So we had a conversation. He was like, tell me about your religion. And I was like, well, I know about all the religions. I came from India. We had them all. And he was like, okay, tell me about all the religions. I was like, well, I'm a Hindu. There are two ways of being a Hindu. One is called sannyasi, other is called samsari. Samsaris, they get married, they have kids, they live regular lives. But the sannyasis, all they have to do is get high and think about God. We have 30 million gods. Every time someone gets high, we have a god. They have special attributes, special vehicles, special weapons. And then Muslims came to India. And they were like, hey, we have a god. We were like, all right, let's put him in the list. What does he look like? Does he have any special powers? What attributes does he represent? And they were like, well, we don't know what he looks like. We just talk to him. And we were like, how is that possible? How do you not see him but talk to him? And then we realized they come from the desert. Wheat doesn't grow in the desert. Someone must have went up some hill, found some bad weed, so they could hear God but they couldn't see Him. We tried to explain this to them, they did not like that. They declared war. They were kicking our ass. That's when we realized yoga is not a fighting art. And right then Christians came to India and they were like, hey, we will save you. And we were like, yes, please, these guys are kicking our ass. And they were like, no, not from them. We will save you from our God. We're like, wait a minute, you guys have a God too? Let's put him in the list. What does he represent? Does he have any special powers? And they were like, well, we don't know what he looks like. We just talk to him. And we were like, that's the same problem those guys have. And Christians are like, well, we pray to the same God. We were like, wait, you guys pray to the same God? Then how come you guys don't get along? And they were like, well, they don't believe in God's Son, Jesus Christ. We were like, wait a minute, God has a son? And they were like, yes, he's born to a virgin. Wait, God has a son and he's born to a virgin? You guys found some weed, didn't you? You got to know what he looks like. What does he look like? Does he have any special powers? And they were like, well, he looks like a white man with long hair. It's the British people, that's what they told us. And he can walk on water. And if you kill him, he'll come back in 3 days. We're like, wait a minute, if you kill him, he'll come back in 3 days? How the fuck did you guys figure that out? And they were like, well, we kill him.